Hello, hello. My name is Candace, if you are new here. This is my channel about cross stitch, and sometimes some other crafts. But this is Flosstube number 67. Yeah, I had to look. It's been 2 weeks, guys. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, I'm surrounded by stuff. I really haven't had much time for cleaning up down here. We've had a really busy last 2 weeks, and the weekends there's been zero stitching. So not this past weekend, the one before, we went to my mother-in-law's so we could celebrate my 8-year-old's birthday. And there wasn't an opportunity to stitch. There were people there all day, and then on Sunday we just relaxed and watched football. And yeah, I probably could have stitched, but I don't know. So then this past weekend, my kids had a 2-day swim meet. So it's just a next town over, but we were at the swim meet pretty much all day. Like, we didn't get home until almost 4 o'clock both days. The lighting was terrible, as it probably normally is in, high school pools. But I did get some knitting done while I was there. So I may not have gotten stitching done this weekend, but I got a little bit of knitting done. And by the time we got home from the swim meet, I was exhausted. Sitting there sweating for all those hours. I don't even know how long we were there. 8 until almost 4. So almost 8 hours. And we did have an hour in between, because of course the boys are in different age groups. So we had to stay for both sessions. But the kids did really well. Owen got 3rd for overall points for his age group. And they both got a bunch of ribbons. So they were excited. It was good. Okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Well, we're going to go over the winners for the giveaway. My hair is it's going to rain soon, and my hair is starting to tell me that it's going to rain. So 2 weeks ago, I had 2 giveaways, and the first one was for the Just Cross Stitch Christmas ornaments, and the other one was a pattern that I received in the what's it called, the Black Needle Society, the spooky box or whatever, and it was Michelle Bendy Stitchy's Chupacabra Campout, Hildy's Chupacabra Campout. So I have the 2 winners for those. I forgot to take screenshots. So the Chupacabra Campout goes to Joanne March. So Joanne, my email's below, or you can message me on Instagram, either one. Give me your address and I will get this sent out to you. And then the second one for the Christmas issue is Sally Ann Cole. So Sally Ann, shoot me a message, email, give me your address, and I will get this sent out. Okay, so there's those 2 things taken care of. Oof. We don't want to forget those. Those are the fun part. Sorry, I was just writing what I stitched today in my little... That's how I keep track of everything. So I did have... I just totally lost my train of thought. I had a lot of starts the last 2 weeks. I didn't think there was a lot of stitching because I didn't stitch on the weekends, but apparently there was a lot of stitching. So real quick, since it's just sitting here, I will show you my knitting whip. As long as that stuff doesn't fall over. So this is the the Change Your Mind beanie from Locatelli. And there we go. So, what's funny about this, it looks so tiny, but it's because I have it on 16-inch circulars. I have to knit this ribbing 6.5 inches. It's maybe 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 inches. I tell you what, using such tiny needles to knit a hat takes a long time. A long time. Yeah. So even though this is pretty mindless knitting because it's just one by one ribbing, it's taking me forever. I thought I was going to whip this sucker out in like a week. No. So this is Goosey Fibers yarn that I'm using for it. Eventually I'll get to the other color once I get the brim done, but yeah. So I mean, this is great for swim meets. Knitting for swim meets is super easy. So okay, let's go way back to, first of all, I have to show you guys this. So disclaimer, they sent this to me for free to review. And this is from Mollie Ollie, and it's the Memo Caddy. And you can find these on, I think they have them on Amazon. Or you can find it on their website. It's just mollieollie.com. But what I did is I put everything I'd worked on in here. So generally, in a world where I didn't have cats, I would put knitting projects in here. And then have like little notions and stuff in the pockets. But because I have cats and they're assholes, they will eat my yarn. So I put the stuff I had worked on this week in here so I could just carry it down like this instead of, you should see me when I try and carry stuff down here. It's like a pile. I'm like trudging down the stairs. It's a mess. But anyway, I really like it. I think it's perfect for that. There is like a divider, so you can use it for those people who have little kids in diapers. You could use it as like a little diaper caddy. Because, you know, you don't always change your kid on a changing table. Half the time it's on the living room floor. But the divider thing I just took out. It's Velcro, so you can just take it out. And then that way, all my project bags fit in there. Who knew? Okay, so I will start with new start number 1. This is Mini The Possibilities Eeveelutions. So if you don't know what Eeveelutions are, they are, it's Pokemon. So Eevee is one of the Pokemon, and he or she can transform into 8 different types of Pokemon, can evolve into 8 different types. So I started this actually right after my last video, and I think I got right around 2,000 stitches. So there's my new start. So you can see I'm in that corner with Leafy on. That's the green one right here. And I'm doing diagonal. There. Hold on. Let me, how's that? Does that look better? So, yeah, I'm doing diagonal, but also cross country to finish off the thread before I switch. Now, this is the max color version, so there are a lot of colors, and there's actually a couple colors of green that I've already completed, which is crazy to me. But what I'm doing is I'm just using the boxes for my Max Color Birds and Blooms by Amy Stewart. I'm using those threads on this chart also. I'm not really concerned about dye lot because it's a max color, so there's going to be a ton of confetti. So if I have to go out and buy another skein eventually, it's no big deal. But so yeah, that's where I got to. I want to say it's just a smidge over 2,000 stitches. And then I have my little cover that I made for it so that I can protect it. Because once again, cats are jerks. They have taken to, and I don't know, I might have to start taking these off completely. On Amazon, you can find them as like magnetic cord ties, magnetic ties. So they're rubber, so they stretch, magnets. My cats chew through and chew down to the magnet, and then they just leave the magnet sitting on the floor. Yeah. 3 so far that I found. So they're chewing them right off of my projects. Because cats are jerks. I love them, but they're jerks. Okay, so the next one I started, let's see. You know, I thought I had these in order, but I don't think I do. Okay, so the next one I started, this is Witchy Dreams by Barbara Anna. This was a mystery stitch along, and the final part came out this past Wednesday. So I started this on 32 count Lugana called Through the Stones from Bestitch Me. And I actually started, because I started late, I started on clue 2 and then went to clue 1. And then I was almost done with clue 1 and clue 3 came out. So yes, that is correct. I did all of that in the last 2 weeks. I love it. Look at that snake. Oh, I just love it. It's so fun. I can't even. Apparently I can't even. My hands don't work. My camera doesn't want to work either. I don't know why it's having such weird focus issues. But anyway, I'm using all the called for DMC. This Through the Stones has a little bit of a like green cast to it. So I have another Through the Stones that's a little more like regular, like samplerish type color. But this one had a little bit of green to it. I thought it was perfect. And so all I have to do now is just clue 3 in the center. I think I have a tiny little bit of stitching left. Oh, and then there's a thing hanging down right here that says 31, but her arms are right here. So I'm just going to wait and do that after I do her arm. So I think what I'm going to do next, yeah, I have those windows right there that I need to fill in, and then I'm going to start from the top and then just work my way down on her. I love it. I love it. And I was so darn close to being caught up when clue 3 came out. I was so close. Okay. So let's see. Did I? Oh, and then I started. This is from. I don't know where that came from. This is from Hello from Liz Mathews. It's called Quaker Pumpkins. And I converted all of the colors to stash. A while back I had gotten these Victorian Motto sampler threads, and I really wanted to use them for Quaker Pumpkins. So these are the colors I pulled, and I pulled them by eye. I didn't pull them, like I didn't pull the DMC and then try and match them up. I just pulled them by eye and said, okay, this is the order I want my pumpkins to go. Because see how they're, like each pumpkin is a different color. Yellow in the middle, and then like the 2 darker ones, and then the 2 mid-range. So that's what I did. So we have like a mid, a dark, a light, a dark, a light. And then this brown, I hardly use any of it. It's for the pumpkin vines. And then the color I picked for the outline is just black coffee from Classic Colorworks. I am taking the words off, so this row will be gone, but the bottom border is going to be up here. So I started this on a, oh, I figured out where it came from now. It was holding my fabric. There we go. This is Vanilla Latte from Bestitch Me, and it's a 32 count Lugana. So that's how far I got. So this is what I mean. I'm going to do this chain right here is that right there, the top one. I took out the second one and I moved the border up. So that's where the border will be. It's been a really fun stitch so far. I made sure I like counted a million times so that my border was correct. And really, it's forgiving. You have room if, you know, you're a stitch off, as long as your pumpkins line up, the big pumpkins, the rest of it, if it's a stitch off, it's no big deal. So that was another start. Let me just make sure there wasn't another one. No, that's it. Okay. I don't even have a project bag for this one. I just threw everything into with the chart. Okay, so now on to whips. This month I have been focusing on mini Autumn Cat Magic, which looks like this. And I have put almost 2,000 stitches in since you last saw it, so about 4,000. I figure out which one it came out of. I think it came out of this one. I hope it came out of this one. I keep track of my stitches because yeah, I think it was this one. I am doing in Sane Stitchers on Facebook, the trick or treat, you stitch for candy. That's what I'm doing. So here's where I was on Mini Autumn Cat Magic. And I'll just move it over here so you can see what was done before, you know, because I worked almost exclusively on this side. And here's the whole thing. I'll do this again. There we go. How's that? So I am still loving this. This is the perfect season to bring this one out. So you can see I got quite a bit of stitching done on that right hand side. And likely I will be working on this one again tonight. Because, hold on, this yellow right here still extends farther down. So I want to get that in. And then if I have a little bit of floss left, I will go and work it into the cat. Like you can see a little bit of the brim. Well, I mean, you don't have the before picture now, but, sorry, my phone was ringing and it was a number I didn't know. But I did do a little bit of this because I had brown left from up in here. So I did a little bit of that. But in general, right now, I just want to work on that side. And then there's going to come a point where I want nothing but the cat. So I'd like to get this done up here. So if I need to roll it, I can. So I still love it. I'm so excited about it. So I will probably work on that one tonight. Next on the whip list, nope. This is one that I intend on starting. Luminous Fiber Arts, counting as hard. It was in my little container down here, but I did not work on it. All right. So this I did actually work on. And holy macaroni, what is happening? Oh, I have 2 pairs of scissors in here. They were each stuck to the needle minder, one on each side. Okay, so this is Silver Creek Samplers. Scary Things October Brings. And I kind of feel like everything is washed out with my light today. Sorry. This is an Ada I dyed myself. I think it's a 16 count. I dyed myself, and so you can see where it was before. And now that green is definitely showing up better now that there's stuff around it. So I got the ghosties done and the cat, and this says October 31st. Let me get my backing again. Actually, that looked better before, didn't it? Yeah, you can see the green better when you can see through it. But yeah, so just as I'm feeling it, I'm working on this. I don't expect to have it done by Halloween. Who knows? It might happen. You never know. But the one I want to have done by Halloween is the one you're going to see next. And I'm sure you guys know what it is if you've watched the last couple of videos. This bag is just a hair too small for a Q-snap. Like, it just fits without splitting the zipper. I made this myself. Okay, so the last whip, I feel kind of discombobulated today. My sugar dropped at work today because I didn't eat as much as I should have, and I still feel just kind of off, even after getting my sugar back to a good spot. So this is Halloween Cat from Satsuma Street. If you have not seen this yet, just go look for like Halloween Cat on Instagram and you'll see some amazing finishes for this. So while I get this out, here's where it was last time. And this is on a 28 count Jobelin from Bee Stitch Me. The color's called Anemone. And I just fix this a little bit. Here's where it is now. And I know the top of the hat is cut off, but let's see. There we go. Yes. It's amazing. I love it. So I did a sulky conversion. I will have that as soon as this piece is done. I will have that available. I just want to make sure that all the colors work before I give it out. Because I don't want to give it out and be like, oh, hey, wait, by the way, this color didn't work out so well. Change it to this. So as soon as this is done, and it's not too much longer, I need to finish these two trees. And then I have to do the pumpkins. And then the little, there's like a different color orange for the little, like, neck scarf that Mama Cat's wearing. So I will say, I know I've said this before, sulky on 28 count Jobelin is not quite enough coverage, but I still think it looks good. I ended up for the black, in case you missed it before, I used one strand of Anchor, one strand of sulky for the black. Everything else is single strand. And you can kind of see some gaps, especially with the darker colors. The lighter colors fill in a little bit better. So there's a little bit of inconsistency between the thickness of the different shades of sulky. So the lighter colors seem to be a little fluffier, which makes sense. You don't need as much dye on those. But I still love it. And I'm going to probably do the exact same thing that Chris Cross Stitch did, and he put his in a black frame, and it looks amazing. I'm probably going to do the same thing. So hopefully next week, when I come back, I can say, look, it's finished. Because that's what I really want. Like, I want this sucker finished. Even if I only display it for a little bit. I may leave this one up all year. I don't know. I love it so much. So that is Halloween Cat by Satsuma Street. Let me get all my stuff back in here. Yeah, so until I looked at my before picture today when I was making sure that it was in the right album on my phone, I thought, oh, I didn't get a whole lot done on this. And then I looked at the before picture and I went, oh, yes, I did. So I don't know, maybe I was stitching in my sleep. Who knows? And this bag is from Brass Button on Instagram. So it's got the ladies. I love it. I love it. Okay. Those are the whips. Now, I did just forget one finish that's been sitting right up here that I forgot to show you guys 2 weeks ago. And that is actually a diamond painting. So I started this back when the kids, when COVID, everything was shut down and the kids were at home doing school. And I would sit at the table and diamond paint so that I was in between them, could help if necessary, listening, making sure that they're not screwing around, you know. So this, let me see if it has the name on it. Somebody else is probably, oh, it's called Four Seasons Tree. And I got it from Diamond Art Club. And it's just a little one. But that's the Four Seasons tree. So the funny thing is, I only had like one color of blue left right in here somewhere to do. And that's all it would have taken to finish it. And the other couple weeks ago, I was sitting there and I'm like, why don't I just finish that up real quick? So I did. And then I put it down here to show you guys, and I forgot. So this time I tried to leave it right in my vision so that I would not forget. But I like it. I think what I'm going to do with these, because I have another one right here that I showed, I don't know, a long time ago. I think what I might do is I really enjoy doing them. I don't see myself finishing them to hang on the wall. But I thought what I could do is, you know, trim them down and then put them in an art portfolio. Because they're not all exactly the same size, but all the ones I bought are smaller like this. So I thought they'd be protected. The drills aren't going to fall off. And I can still look back at them and say, oh, I really like that. So that's my thoughts. What are your guys, if you guys diamond paint at all, how do you store your finished ones if you don't display them? Because really, for diamond painting, it's the act of doing it that I love. I'm not like, oh, I have to hang this on my wall. I like it, but if I was going to hang this on my wall, I'm going to stitch it. And I've seen these to stitch different places. It just, I don't know. I enjoy the process. So here's a funny for you guys. You know, my mannequin back here had an accessory. And this showed up in my time hop today. So I can't remember the name of the pattern. I will look it up and I'll link it below. But this is what it looks like. It has not been blocked because the ends still have not been woven in. You guys, I finished this a year ago today. For 1 year, it's been sitting, waiting for me to sew in these ends and block it. What is wrong with me? I'm a terrible finisher. I hate finishing. I hate weaving in ends. It's like, I love to knit and I love to wear my knit items, but weaving in ends, and because there's so many colors, there are so many ends. Oh yeah. So yeah, right, matches my eyeballs. I love this end. But yeah, so this week I'm going to weave in these ends. I'm going to block it. You guys are going to see it next week. If I put it out there in the YouTube verse, then I have to do it, right? Because I need to wear it. I mean, it's not quite cool enough for that yet, but there. Let's see, where do we go now? How about we go with some things I purchased? We'll start with the two knitting things that I purchased. The first one is called I wrote it down and I left it upstairs. So it's called the Frank Shawl by Locatelli. She just came out with it a couple of days ago. And it calls for 4 skeins of yarn. So you have your 3 like background colors kind of, and you want to have it a little bit, you want to have them work well together. And then you have 1 accent color that's going to be throughout all 3 of those colors. So what I did is I got into my stash. This is all, let me make sure. Yeah, this is all Madeline Tosh yarn. So I chose these 3 to be my 3 like background type colors. This one's called Gray Tabby. This one is Rose. And this one is, I forget, Antler. So then for my contrasting color, I'm thinking about using Wilted. So it would look like this. And I'm actually okay with it not being a contrasting color, like a severely contrasting color, because then the whole overall effect will be really soft. Because yeah, there's some lighter areas in here that are gonna, you know, blend in with that. And I'm sure the same is gonna happen in here and in here. So I don't know. I really liked these colors together, and I thought it would be perfect because there's plenty of yarn. Joji says that for your contrasting color, you're basically going to use the entire skein. So you want to make sure that you either check gauge or you know you're going to have enough yarn, maybe buy a second. I usually knit on point with her. Other designers, sometimes I have to check my gauge, but not with her. So, so I think that's what my colors are going to be. What do you guys think? If you're a knitter or somebody who's really good with color, what do you think? Squishy. Plus, it's using stash. I'm not spending any money. The other, whoa, look out, we have an avalanche. Maybe it'll stay. So the other one that I bought is called Cowloween. Get it? Because it's a cowl and it's Halloween. Really? Look how cute it is. So, went into my stash, and you need 5 colors. You need a black, which I have. It's not a solid black. It's a tonal black, like kettle dyed. That is a Knit Picks Hawthorn fingering. You need a white, which is the only color I don't have. I have really light gray. I have whites like this. This is not a ghost white. I need white. Then you need a green. Is bright. That's the real color of it. This is a yarn I dyed, and I just wound off some of one of the hanks of yarn because you don't need a lot. So there's my green. And then, ready? This one is called Pucker from Knit Picks. It is a, I think it's Stroll. Yeah. Stroll fingering. It is highlighter pink. And then the last one, of course, is an orange. And I don't know what yarn this is. This was given to me. My mom gave it to me. And it's got like orange and red and yellow in there. There's even a little bit of pink. But so there's my black, and then I just need a white. Obviously, this is not something that's going to get done by Halloween. Although if I pushed it, I totally could. I just pulled the colors out of my stash, and the only thing I need is white. So I do not want to place an online order for one 50-gram ball of white. I will if I have to. But I think I might check with my mom first and see if, because I used to have a Stroll, and I think it was a Stroll fingering in a 50-gram ball, but I think it was their like glittery one. I can't remember what it was called. But it had a little bit of stellina in it, so it gave it some sparkle. And I'm pretty sure I had white, and I know I didn't donate it, so I think I might have destashed it to my mom. We're forever destashing yarn to each other. So I need to get a hold of her and see if she has white, because then I will be good to go on this. And yes, I made this as a cross stitch bag, but right now it's holding yarn. All right, next up, cross stitch. Got the cross stitch. I got my Color and Cotton. I'm sorry, I'm still a little shaky. October Thread Club. This is all colors 3 skein. I really want to move to 5. Do I need to move to 5? No, but I want to. So if you didn't get yours yet, I got this a while, at least a week ago, if not longer. You can avert your eyes, but we have Pale Ochre, Hollyberry, and Forest. So definitely rolling with the, like, vintagey Christmas type scheme. So there are my Color and Cottons. I'm just going to put these in here now so the cats can't get them. Okay, I got my Just Cross Stitch. I think this is November, December, or just December? Just December. So I got this one, and I did actually find 2 things that I want to stitch. The first one is this. However, I'm going to leave off the words at the bottom. Just do the trees and the birds. Look at it. It's a cardinal pair. There's lady and gentleman. But I'm going to leave the words off. I'll still do all the rest of the back stitching because I think the trees look amazing. So there's that one. And then the other one is from Helen D, because her design was one of the ones that were chosen to go in here. And then I gotta find it. And this is hers. This one right here with all of the reindeer's names. It is super cute. And I do like this one too. It's like a, I think, don't you call that style fractor? Maybe? So those are the 2, maybe 3 things that I found in here that I want to stitch. Now, no, I think I'll keep this one. I was going to do it as a giveaway because I have the digital subscription too, but I think I'm going to keep this one. Because you never know. I may change my mind and there might be more than that I want to stitch. Okay. So then I ordered, let me see how big this baby is. Because it's Madame Chantilly. Where's the, oh, it's 180 by 138. Oh, I just love it. So I think this is just called Halloween. Yes, it's just called Halloween. Now, what I'm planning on doing is I am going to stitch this, and then I'm going to move this up here. So it's going to be really long and skinny. But I think I will like it better that way than split. I mean, it's adorable, but I really want to put this bottom row up here and go this way, which means it's going to be probably double the length. So 286, 276. Yeah. So it'd be like 90 by 276. Obviously, I'm not going to start this right this second, but I love it. The other chart I got is one that I saw on Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching on their wall behind them. Because, you know, they constantly are changing out their cross stitch behind them for their videos. And I saw this and I didn't know what it was, so I asked, and I'm sure they had mentioned it in a previous video. I just missed it. So this is from Satsuma Street, and it's called Autumn Bird. I just love it. I love it. So it's just like Halloween Cat. It's the same style. If I do turn this into a sulky conversion, I will definitely switch to like 32 or 36 count instead of a 28. Unless it's a tighter weave Lugana. Then maybe I'll try that on 28. But I love it. I love it. And when I saw it on their wall, I was like, I have to have that. Then I got a couple needle minders from Mad for Minders. And so the first one, it's called Karma, and it's pronounced ha ha ha. I'm not a hoarder. I'm a curator of an extensive craft supply collection. And then every stitch you make, every skein you take, every strand you break, I'll be watching you. This goes great for knitting, for cross stitch, pretty much anything that has to do with a string of some sort, because cats are jerks. So I got those on Etsy. And then, oh, I had gotten these two charts from Starlight Stitchery, because I also got this needle minder, like vintage Halloween. I loved it. So I got that needle minder. And then I had two quilting things that came in. I got my layer cake of Sincerely Yours from Sherry and Chelsea. And then I got block 5 of my designer mystery from Fat Quarter Shop. Okay, the only thing I have left, so I'll completely understand if you want to peace out now, is the stuff that I've gotten from Black Needle Society. So if you want to stick around, I would open them in order, but because I have 2 weeks worth, I'm just going to open them like this. So this was day 18. This is from the Witchy Stitcher. I haven't decided whether I like it yet. I mean, it's cute. I haven't decided whether I'm going to stitch it yet. So, I will say a lot of this stuff is probably going to be giveaway. There's just so much stuff that is just not, I'm either not impressed with, or it's not my, like, I'm not going to use it. So, I don't know. All right, so this was day 10, and it's a whole bunch of DMC for one of the charts, I'm sure. This one was day 19, and it's a bunch of stickers, like Halloween stickers. This was day 17, and it was more floss. But not only DMC, it was also Weeks Dye Works, which, I'm trying not to support companies like Weeks Dye Works. Just values don't match. So those, I think those are the ones that go for that chart I just showed you. This is 16. It is fabric from Fortnite Fabrics. It's called Fright Night. It's a 32 count Belfast linen. Ooh, it's darker than this. It's more orangey. My light is terrible. So if I can get a better picture of it, this will end up being a giveaway, very likely. Once I figure out which things are going to be giveaways out of the box, I'll do them all at once. And then this was number 9. This is Catacombs 32 count linen from Be Stitch Me. Oh, that shows up a little better. It is very mottled. And it's a very, like, floppy linen. I don't know if I would use it, but maybe, where did I? Oh, it fell down. I'm back. Okay, let's see. This was number 7. This is, if I can get it out. I got it back in here. It's called Feed Me Seymour. And it is a candle that smells like, yeah, it's very like floral greenery type smelling. let's see, number 20 was, oh, this, I'll keep this. This is Fiber on a Whim. It's some hand-dyed, like, velveteen for finishing. I think it's neat looking. So I'm definitely gonna keep this one. There's not a whole lot I'm keeping out of this box. It makes me sad. It makes me realize that I probably won't. This was number 15. This one came in a giant blue trick-or-treat bag. And it is a blanket. Honestly, I'm afraid to get fuzz all over me. It is very taped up. You can probably go on Black Needle Society's website or YouTube, and they'll probably have showed this on that day. But I don't want to open it and get fuzz all over my work clothes. So this one was number 14. It's a bath bomb. It smells like, let's see, what does it say? Whipped Up Wonderful Peekaboo Bath Bomb. And there is a skull in there. I mean, it smells okay. I don't do baths, though. Number 13 was, this is like a thread keep. But it's also, oh, so this is like a felt, or like a batting. So you can put your orts and stuff on it. And then you can, I believe on the back you can write, it comes with stickers. This sheet right here is like little circle stickers. I don't know if you can see them or not. But you can put those above the colors. So you can write on them. And if you use a friction pen, then you can erase. Number 12 was beeswax. I don't know what it is, though. Oh, it's a book. I don't know whether it goes this way or this way. Probably that way. But it's beeswax. This was number 11. This is Autumn Lane Stitchery. I won't be stitching this, so this will be a giveaway at some point. It's not that I don't like it. I know I'm not going to stitch it. Then there was, that was obnoxiously loud, and I apologize. There was this one. I can't remember which day this was, but it's a bag, and it says, the foulest stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller. If you were alive in the 80s, you know what that's from. So this is a huge bag. Look how big this thing is. Ginormous. Ginormously huge. So that was what I have so far. There's still a few days left. Today's the 20th. I did open the 20th this morning, I believe. So I'll have the 21st through the 31st. I may open them all and just show them all next time. And just warn you if you got that box. So I think that's it. I think I got through all the whips. I know this is kind of longer, but that is all I have for today. So my two winners, who do we have? Sally Ann and Joanne. Joanne and Sally Ann, get a hold of me so I can ship those out to you. And I will figure out what I'm going to do as far as things to give away for next video. And I'm going to change my clothes and go do some stitching. Because I really, 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 really want to work on Mini Autumn Cat Magic again. If I work really, really hard and stick with big blocks of color, I can probably get another 1,000 stitches in tonight, which would be awesome. So that's all I have. No quilting. I haven't done any sewing. It was busy. And of course, this weekend we're going to my mother-in-law's again because we have our nephew's daughter turns 1. So we have a birthday party. But the rest of the weekend, forget it. I'm stitching. Unless there's some, we have to go to Gus's Farms and get pumpkins. We do it every year. It's tradition. So we'll have to do that. But otherwise, I'm going to try and stitch. So I will see you guys next week. On Wednesday. So I'm going to get changed. I'm going to edit and I'm going to go stitch. Have a great week, guys. Bye.